Hello fellow Cravers, we are in the middle of the summer. Gaming announcements are everywhere with EA and maybe Sony having announcements this month, but we are not here for that. We are here for what games are being released this month as we bring you 5 games to look out for this July. We start off with us sitting in the driver's seat of some very expensive vehicles as it is time to hit the tracks of Silverstone, Monaco and Jeddah in F1 2021. First thing is to expect everything that makes F1 series great, with the game heading down the ultra realistic for those who want it, and for those like me, a way to go crazy in a Formula Series car. The main change this time around is the upgraded story mode called Breaking Point, where you take the role of Aiden Jackson as you make yourself through 3 seasons, 1 in F2 and 2 in F1, experiencing the lifestyle both on and off the track. Also, this is the first game since F1 Challenge 99 to 2002 to be under the EA Sports banner, thanks to the recent purchase of Codemasters by EA. F1 2021 comes zooming in on both current gen and last gen of Xbox and PlayStation, also PC on July the 16th. From racing our rivals to defending our land, as Orcs Must Die Free releases this month outside of the Stadia. Let's just call it the actual release. For those who are not sure what this series is, you take the role of one of 2 apprentice war mages, set the task to defend from an onslaught of Orc armies using weapons, special abilities, and by setting traps. The game will come with 18 different levels, the standard story mode, endless mode, and a weekly challenges like previous games, with the new addition of War Scenarios game mode, which has you trying to defend against a larger scale of orcs, up to 1,000 of them. Orcs Must Die lets us in as it arrives on both current and last gen of PlayStation and Xbox, plus PC on July the 23rd.
Yes! I will become a lawyer. I have to.
Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
I'm determined to bring about change in our legal system.
Now, let us engage in the art of deduction. Mr. Naruhodo.
It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson.
Now we are heading for the courtroom as we get set for the stories of the Great Ace Attorney, a spin-off from the Ace Attorney series. The game is set near the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th, as we take control of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, an English student and ancestor of Phoenix Wright, who finds himself on trial for the murder of a Japanese university teacher. After being found not guilty, Ryunosuke ends up starting his path of one of the great attorneys. Just like previous games in the series, you spend your gaming time split between investigation, where you explore areas to gather evidence and testimonies, and the courtroom battles, in which you have to find contradictions in witness testimonies to find the truth. With the main difference being that you're not trying to convince just one judge, but a jury of 6 where you have to convince a majority to win the case. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles arrives on the PS4, Switch and PC on July the 27th.
Can we just not?
Reaper team! This feels a little unsafe!
I have so much to live for! So many games to play!
So did your Zeptograms have time to process the mission? Oh, fresh out of the box, ain't ya?
Not yet. Not yet!
Our society won't fall to flotsam like you!
These babies are this season's must-have item.
Have a marvelous mañana. Just doing my reaperly job for once.
Do you need a smack to jog your memory? Splendiferous!
Greetings, sheeple of Shibuya.
Not bad!
No mercy for you!
I fear it may already be too late.
When you mess up, at least make it interesting.
Continuing on, we get set to play the Reapers game again as the sequel to 2007's The World Ends With You releases this month. This time we take control of Rindo as he is accompanied by fellow players Fret and Nagi as they battle other gangs over the course of the week to survive. Unlike the first game, Neo is going to be fully 3D, with you controlling multiple characters at once during combat. Not much more is really said about the sequel, but if it's anywhere as good as the first game, then this is something to look out for, as we get set to play on PS4 and the Switch on July the 27th.
This is the beginning of The Legend of Zelda, the ancient tale of a time long past, and the origin of the legendary blade, the Master Sword. The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword HD.
Finally, we get set to head back to the start of the story in The Legend of Zelda as Skyward Sword re-releases this month. For those wondering what has actually changed compared to the original release 10 years ago, well honestly, not that much when it comes to gameplay, apart from that there is going to be 2 control schemes. One of which aims to replicate the functions of the Wii Remote Plus and Nunchuk, with the other aiming for a more traditional control scheme for those playing the game in handheld mode. In addition to this, the game will get a graphical improvement like all remasters, with it running at 60 frames per second. Plus, it will introduce amiibo support. Skyward Sword HD releases on the Nintendo Switch July the 16th. Again, we expect more announcements with EA and maybe PlayStation over the month, but until then, why not join us on the following links you see here? And while you're looking around, why not click the image on the left to see other lists that we've done, or on the right to see what else YouTube recommends from us. Also, please like, comment, subscribe, hit, kick, smash that bell, and until next time, bye everyone.